Alright, so all you weirdos out there that got baby wipes and Kleenex, pull them out, because we got a tearjerker coming up. The next play you're about to see is called In Sickness and in Health, and it was written by Emma Paul and directed by Grace Dean. Give it up.
How'd you sleep last night?
Fine. Take a condition while you're dreaming.
So I can control it. Oops. Guess I was a little too eager. I know how you know though. Don't worry.
Hello? Yes, this is Jason Chambers. I understand. I'll be right there.
Is that the hospital?
Yeah, they said Amy's taking a turn for the worse. I'm not sure how much time she has left. I need to be there in case.
You can't keep thinking like that. You've got to stop with this attitude.
I can't help it. All the doctors have been talking to me recently. How small our chances are.
Well, can you blame them? You've been holding on to her for so long.
I'm sorry I can't just stop fighting for her. Why is it so hard for you to understand that?
You're supposed to be in love with me! It's always been about her. But you need to accept the fact that it's time for her to go and move on with your life. I know this is an unfortunate situation, but I've accepted it, and I think I've given enough sympathy for the position you put me in.
You knew what you were getting when you met me. I clearly explained it all to you. I need to go. I'll call you when I know more.
Are you sure you don't want me to come with you?
I do, for right now. I give my vow to always be there and care for her when she needed me.
Do what you need to do.
Mr. Chambers, thank you for arriving so quickly. I know this is a very difficult time for you.
Thank you very much, Doctor. But can you please tell me more about Amy's condition?
Well, as we previously discussed, we do not believe it's realistic to think that Amy's condition will ever improve. This, in addition to the infection we just discovered, does not give her a very bright outlook for the future. I know that you've been waiting and hoping for some sort of improvement, but I just don't see it. You may have to consider letting her go.
Do I have any other option than to let her die?
Well, you could keep her hooked up to that ventilator. That would regulate the oxygen levels in her body, but in my experience, continuing further treatment this way would be futile. Also, I must warn you that there's a significant financial cost if you choose that option.
So to get that, I need to disconnect her?
Mr. Chambers, I know you are going through a very difficult time right now. If it's any consolation, I can give you some contact information from the local support groups we have around the hospital. They offer group meetings for people going through similar situations.
Could I set a few minutes moment, please? I need some time to think.
Of course. I'll just be right outside if you need anything or have any further questions.
There's no way I could ever come up with the words to tell you how much I love you. I just need you to know that you're the most important thing on this earth to me. I don't know how I'm going to keep living in a world you're not part of.
Please stop crying, darling. I'm here now.
Amy? How? What's going on?
You need me, don't you? Isn't that why you're here?
Of course I do, but why now? Not earlier.
This seemed like the best time. I'm here to support you as I promised I would always do. On our wedding day. You remember, don't you?
Of course I do. It was the greatest day of my life. It was my parents' backyard, and we bought a second-hand dress. We could actually afford a place for the baptism ceremony. Still to this day, you were the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. Second-hand dress and all. Oh no. I need to tell you something. I've done something terrible. I'll never expect you to forgive me.
I know about the woman you spend your time with now. I was listening all those times you came to visit me. I may be comatose, but I'm not deaf.
Look, I know I don't have any acceptable excuse for why I did what I did, but I was just so alone. I couldn't take it anymore. There'd always be a split second each morning when I'd wake up and I'd look to the spot beside me and I'd expect to see you, but I would have forgotten you were gone, and then there's just an empty spot beside me. I bumped into her at the grocery store. We just started to talk. She told me about her brother had died, and I felt like I could relate to her. I didn't feel so alone anymore. I felt special to someone. After that, we agreed to keep seeing each other. One thing led to another.
I understand. There is nothing I want more for you than for you to be happy. I'm visiting you now to offer you a chance to be happy with yourself. You must not feel guilty that you have weaknesses like any other human being. It is a part of our nature to crave the affection of others. And you must not forget that just because I will physically be gone, doesn't mean I will always still be with you. I will always be alive and love you through our memories together. But I need to leave.
Can I just say one last thing?
Of course.
I, Jason Chambers, take you, Amy Chambers, once again to be my wife, to have and hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love, to cherish, and stay forward. What do you say?
I do. I have to leave. You must cherish the fact that we were lucky enough to have found each other in our lifetimes. I love you, Jason, and I always will, no matter where I am.
Love you too, Amy.
Have you come any closer to making a decision, Mr. Chambers? I have the contact information for those support groups if you'd still like.
That won't be necessary. I know it's right for her and for me. A decision that'll make us both happy.
I'm very glad to hear that. I realize how difficult the decisions must have been.
Actually, one of the easiest of my life.
Are you sure you're feeling all right? You look a little bit pale.
I haven't felt this good since my wedding day.